saying that Man U has better players this year. They do have better players. You know, it's a more well-rounded team they have last year. They're just not playing as well as they were last year. And Liverpool plays like really badly at times, and they still win games when they play really badly, and that is really the mark of a champion. I think Liverpool's going to do it. Much as I hate to say it, you know, I think it's about time. They've starved for success, and they're hungry, and they're right up there. I think Chelsea's the only one that's playing well enough to really stop them, but Manchester United have been inconsistent. I mean, they will whack the team 5-0, and then they're going to lose the next game against a big team, and I think that's going to be a real problem, you know, for Manchester United this year.
If you've noticed, I've not said anything since I've been here about United winning. If you mark what I'm saying right now, right? Hang on, let me finish what I'm going to say.
Please fired up.
Because I did mention. I said that Chelsea is going to win the league this time round because number one, they lost it to United, right? Because this team is really fired up. They lost the Champions League, and that is a real bitter pill. And I don't think they're going to let this one up. And I think Liverpool is just going to run all they can, and they'll be shooting blanks somewhere next year. I think somewhere in January, they're just going to take a little bit of a dive. It always happens to them. The problem is that they don't have a squad that's going to give them that kind of push for that last few
I don't know. I mean, I've got a feeling about this squad because let me tell you, they're winning games and they've been winning without Torres. And Torres hasn't even gone on his scoring streak yet. And you know it's going to come. I mean, somewhere in January, February, you know, when he recovers fully from his injury, it's going to come. And Torres is an awesome striker. I mean, he's one of the best strikers out there.
And he's cute.
And you know,
well, I don't want to call him Mrs. Torres for long.
So my reasoning with that is that, I mean, I believe, I agree with what you say, Liverpool is have a very good chance, but I just cannot see it. I cannot see Benitez holding that trophy and lifting it up the way I can see Mourinho doing it, the way I can see Scolari doing it, the way that I can see Ferguson doing it. I cannot see Benitez doing it because I don't think he's a good enough coach to buy the right players.
You're right. You know,
in January, he's probably going to mess it up by buying some overrated player coming in again.
No, they can't buy. They're in trouble.
They'll probably sell a decent player.
20 million on team. He's doing the business.
I mean, in the summer, think about it. He wanted to buy Barry for Alonso. For me, I'm glad that Barry didn't. Martin O'Neill did him a good favor there. I don't think I want the most overrated player over the summer.
I didn't want Barry though.
The only thing good about him is that he's English and he's left-footed.
If you're going to get a midfielder from Villa, Steven Sidwell.
Are you sure?
I don't know. He
does the family job. I'm sorry. No airs about him. He doesn't pretend to be anything more than he is.
Well, he couldn't get that Arsenal team, but he probably is good enough for that.
Okay, choke tweets. Let's see the bottom 5. Which might shut some people up for a while.
No, that's a bit unfair to Spurs. I actually feel. I can't believe I'm saying this. Feel sorry for Spurs, but
see. You don't understand this. I mean, to me, I'm quite proud of it. It's history in the making if they do get relegated. How many of you ever watched your team get relegated before? Ever?
Okay, I don't know if
I'm telling you, if it happens, it's a test of who's going to be a real Spurs fan after that. You know.
Okay, that's true though.
I'm telling you, they could go down, and maybe that's what they need because they've been mediocre for a long, long time.
Yeah, that's true.
They've got great players coming through the doors. They've got superstars coming through. Berbatov was amazing when he was there.
Berbatov is
But they've been mediocre year after year. I've been watching them since 1981.
Salute.
I think the best season they ever had was in '87 when Glenn Hoddle and Ardiles was in the team.
No, the Klinsmann years were fantastic.
Well, Klinsmann year was great, but they didn't
he was right.
close.
I believe
because that year they were third in the league.
Yeah.
They were second in the FA Cup and they narrowly lost to Arsenal in the League Cup. So I think that was an amazing year they had. But they've never come close again since then, And I think, I don't know what it takes to get them into the top 4. They suddenly have the players to get in the top 4, but they're not doing it.
You need Ben Foster.
And here's the funny thing. I think for some reason, good goalkeepers come to Spurs and they just become bad goalkeepers overnight. I mean, Paul Robinson was pretty good at Leeds.
Yeah, but the reason why Spurs got him because none of the Big 4 wanted him. I read the report that the Big 4...
Robinson?
Yeah, Paul Robinson. Leeds United, nobody wanted Paul Robinson.
Maybe.
Arsenal had to take a look at him. They didn't want him. They thought that he wasn't good enough. The other 3, I don't know why they didn't want him.
United didn't want him at all.
Who did Arsenal buy here? Richard Wright? Come on.
That was before that. What I'm trying to say, the thing is... All right, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Hey, but we have Fabianski coming in. I think he's going to be decent. Mark my words, by January, Fabianski will be the number 1
Well,
for
you know,
Arsenal.
if I was Sir Alex, I'm not going to sell Ben Foster. I mean, let's be frank about it. Van der Sar's what? You know, he's pretty
Ben
old
Foster's
now.
he's going to take
He's not
over.
going to sell.
I think
He's not gonna
Van der
sell Ben
Sar
Foster.
will hang up his
Yeah,
boots.
and if you look around the world today, I mean, how many keepers do you think is going to come into Spurs? You know, at 19th in the relegation dogfight, you're not going to get a world-class keeper.
But somehow, Edwin, to me, I don't think Spurs will be relegated. I think Newcastle is really walking on a very thin line right now. They're not doing justice to themselves.
No, I hope you're right, but you know, I think that Harry put a good run together, but it's going to be a relegation fight for a long time because
it's still a long way more to go. If you're telling me that this is somewhere in March or April, then you should be biting your fingernails.
No,
you know,
it's a long way to go. It's a long way to go, but a lot of teams are performing above themselves. You know, even Stoke performs above themselves once in a while, and you have a lot of Hull's been up there. You know, so.
Hull's been
European placement.
You're not even looking at Hull anymore. You're looking at Stoke cities of the world. You know, Newcastle are there, but they're not a bad team. You know, I mean, they have good players. Blackburn's there. Blackburn's 18th, but they're not a bad team. They've got good players there as well. You know, so when you look down the table, there are a lot of teams out there who could possibly get relegated or possibly end up mid-table or even 7th, 8th. You know, and that's a problem Spurs are going to face. Because traditionally Spurs have been really poor away from home, you know, and that's going to be a real problem. I mean, yeah, they beat Man City, but Man City, it was a 9-man, you know, team that weekend. I don't know. I don't know how in the world we drew with Arsenal, you know, and that was an amazing game, right? But
it was good.
That makes the 3 of us.
No,
you're still wondering.
I'm still wondering myself. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think we should have been walloped in that game, you know, just as we should have been walloped by Liverpool as well. But somehow we came back.
That one I expected.
Well, no, but you watched the game. You watched the game. We didn't play well enough to win. Definitely. I mean,
but we didn't play well at all.
Well, you hit the bar a couple of times. You know, I think
Liverpool dominated, but they didn't finish
the game.
Which is kind of hello.
What you've been saying.
Exactly. So.
But you know, I wish I could say that with confidence that Spurs ain't gonna get relegated. But I don't know. You know, I think it's a long season to go. And
Harry Houdini's got something up his sleeve. Come on.
No, but I have to agree with Edwin. I mean, any other season, I think he would pull it off. But you think about what he's had put an amazing run in with Spurs since he's been there. They have 1 loss and they're back in the mire. 1 loss out of what, 5-6 games?
Yeah.
But that's the fight.
But that's the thing, you see, and I don't know whether the Spurs players have the fight in them to do it for the whole season. And that would be my only. I mean, I would love to see Spurs relegated. I'm sorry. I agree with you. I agree with you. Where that's where the real fans come up. But my only worry, if I'm supposed to talk as a football fan and see
I don't want to see them
proud club like Spurs. You know, but the thing is, if they go down, do they have the players for the fight to come up?
No, they're going to have new players. I mean, look, you're not going to get Gina staying. You're not going to get Lee King staying. You're not going to get all these big stars staying. They're all going to go. But, you know, we're going to be rich and we're going to have a lot of money to buy other players to fight, you know, in the championship. I don't think they're going to get relegated if they play to their potential. Definitely.
You think they're going to get in Europe this year?
No.
They win the Cups.
I think they have a good chance in the Carling Cup if they avoid Man U, Arsenal, and I think Chelsea's still there if I'm not wrong, right? If they avoid the big 3, Chelsea's out. Sorry,
Chelsea's out.
Arsenal's still out.
Yeah, only Arsenal.
Yeah, I think if you avoid
Spurs.
Arsenal, Man U,
Arsenal,
mainly
Man U,
these
Spurs.
2, you know, I think they have a good chance because I think we're probably stronger than most of the teams that are remaining.
But don't you think that would distract them? Because if they get into a cup, they see that as the chance for Europe. Their focus goes on the cup. They lose their focus for the
dog fight. That's what happened to Middlesbrough.
You're going to have 2 thoughts here. I mean, there are a lot of Spurs fans on the forum now going on about the fact that, you know, we don't really care about the Carling Cup anymore. We just want to stay, you know, survive in the Premier League and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, you look at Juventus and when they got relegated to Serie B, a lot of stars stayed behind as well still, you know.
For the passion, for the club.
If they were in Europe, I think that it'd be easier to get some of the star players to say, look, give us 1 season. If you stay with us 1 season, we're going to go right back in the Premier League.
Fair enough. On that note, we are going to put some kick in our mouths first, and we'll be right back.